Swastina Indro Vruddashrava Swastina Pusha Vishwaveda Swastina Starksho Arishtanemi Swastino Brihaspati Dadhatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. इसका थोड़ा बड़ा करो. We are studying the Māṇḍūkya Upaniṣad of the Atharvaveda, and in the Agama Prakaran, last time we read the 5th mantra, and we have yet to read the commentary of that mantra. So let us get the connection. In the first mantra, we were informed that all this is Om, the meaning being that all this is unreal. It appears to be real because of the reality at the back. Then in the second mantra, we were informed that we are calling the reality at the back, that itself is all this. And it was pointed out with a gesture that this ātman is also same Brahman. And then we were told in the second mantra itself that when we try to realize this truth, we have to do it in 4 steps. And then the third mantra told us what is the first step. And in the first step, we found that this individual gets merged into, lost into the universal in a gross sense. That means the whole world is my body, or all the bodies in the world are my bodies. So it appears something like I am Brahmasmi, because it is universal. But then its state is waking. That means both mind and indriyas are working. And the consciousness is something other than myself. So, Bahish Prajna, because it is body. And there are 7 limbs. That means the individual is gone and the cosmic, the whole world is the body. And 19 mouths are to be fed. The 5 Jnanendriyas, 5 Karmendriyas, 5 Pranavrittis, and Man Buddhi Chitta Ahankar. And the food which has to be supplied is always gross. Name is Vaishvanara, and it is the first step. First step means we have left our ground and climbed the first step. But we find that it is not Brahman, because consciousness is gross and outside, and our desires are unlimited because of 19 mouths we have to feed. And so, when we apply the same formula again, that means we continue our meditation on the same truth, we reach the second step. In the 4th mantra, the second step was described as something like our daily dream. Like in our daily dream, the mind is working, but the indriyas are not working. That is called the dream. And so, compared to our previous prajna, now it appears the prajna is within ourselves, anta prajna. But inside also, we find the same universe, Saptanga, mentally. So, universal is there. And again, those 19 mouths have to be fed, even in dream. It's something like our dream. It is not our dream, Because common is that Indriyas are not working. Here Indriyas were not working because they get tired. There we do not use them because we have meditated upon the truth. So it is a higher step. Second step, and Indriyas are not there, and yet the mind itself creates Saptangas and Ekonavishati Mukhas. But the objects enjoyed there are not these gross objects. They are the extracted objects. So, Pravivikta Bhuk. Name is Taijasa. Now, normally, Taijasa is the name of the individual, subtle body. But here, it is the Taijasa of the Vaishwanara. So, it is Hiranyagarbha, the cosmic consciousness with the cosmic mind. And there also, the defects are persisting that we have to feed the 19 mouths. And so, it is the second step, not the goal. Then, we meditate on the same truth again. That is, whatever we are experiencing is not real. Ultimately, there is a reality at the back. That very thing appears as this. And the self which appears there is also Brahman. So we reach the third step in the fifth mantra. Now this third step is categorically different from the first two steps. And so first, we are explained what this step is. क्या strain हो रहा है? No, strain बहुत हो रहा है. I am feeling lot of strain. लाउड स्पीकर थोड़ा बड़ा के देखोगे क्या? ये तो घटना हो रहा है ना. हेलो, हाँ नाउ ठीक है, वो घटाना नहीं, तब घटा दिया तो उसने. So we read that mantra again, and now it is normal. We read that mantra again and then go to the commentary. Yatra supto na kanchana kamam kamayate na kanchana swapnam pashyati tat sushuptam. Why it is defined? Because sushuptam, sleeping. Sleeping is the name of the dream state also. So how it is different from that has to be told. Now in the dream state, we had the 7 limbs and 19 mouths to feed, and the subtle items were fed. So that is not here. Yatra. Yatra means in that state, or at that time, meaning the same thing. Supto. That means sleep is there. But na kanchana kamam kamayate. No desire is functioning. In ordinary sleep, deep sleep, desires do not function because the mind is not functioning, mind is tired. Here, the desires are not functioning because we have transcended the mental state also. That is the main point. And in dream, the mind projects so many things in the common dream as well as here. So again, the mind becomes tired, so it does not project. There we are not using the mind at all. And so it does not project also. That is the difference between deep sleep and dream, whether here or there. The difference is that basically big difference. Here mind becomes tired, their mind is left behind. We are not using. So in that non-functioning mind, there are no desires. Because the mind only can feel the desires. And if the mind is not functioning, there are no desires. And neither the mind is projecting anything. That is called Sushuptam. Now that is its sphere of the third step, Sushupta Sthana. Now, what happens there? We compare then to understand. We are told Bahishprajna and Antaprajna. And Saptanga Ekonavinshati Mukha. So here we are told Eki Bhuta. We do not feel the seven limbs there. There are no parts there. We have gone beyond. So in the reality, there are no parts. So it is very similar to that, not same. Huh? It is similar to the reality in the sense there are no parts there. Everything has become one. But the ignorance, that means Brahman is not yet revealed. Our real nature is not yet reached. So to explain like from everyday sleep, we are sitting and I am seeing the differences. When it becomes dark in the night, I see only one mass of darkness. I don't see you or he or she. So like that, there, all this has been covered by my ignorance of the reality. But the differences have been lost. So Eki Bhuta. Now this Eki Bhuta has two sides. All the objects have become one, and the subject and object difference also is not seen. It has not gone. But the subject has stuck to the objects. Understood this point? So the subject has coalesced with the objects. So Ekibhuta. And Prajnana, Ghana, instead of Bahishprajna and Antaprajna, Prajnana is not divided now. Because Prajnana, the inner knowledge, is not divided. So it is like it has become one mass. The Prajnana has become one mass. Example, our deep sleep. Here, no mind is used. So, Prajnana Ghana. Eva. Eva means we do not see anything other than that Prajnana. So, Prajnana Ghana Eva, that is our consciousness. One mass. Ananda Mayo. Again, compare with our deep sleep. The bliss is our nature. And this our nature, when it reflects on the subject-object division in the waking state, actually there is no joy in the waking state, it is all trouble. Same in the dream. Now in the Sushupti, this bliss is reflecting on the non-functioning mind, non-disturbed mind. We do not have to make any effort like in waking or in dream. So this effortless is its speciality of the bliss. Or you may say that bliss is due to effortlessness itself. In the waking and dream state, effortless efforts are there. Now here, there are no efforts. So it is filled with bliss. But it is not our nature bliss, Ananda Maya. Anandamaya means filled with bliss. But it is not that bliss which is our real nature. Now what are we eating there? Gross object? No. Subtle object? No. This reflected bliss itself we are enjoying. Again, deep sleep like. The bliss reflected on the non-working mind is full bliss reflection. And that reflection we are enjoying. So there are no gross or subtle objects. So it is called He. He means because it is Ananda book. It is Ananda book, therefore it is Anandamaya. He plays that part. It is not the Swarupa bliss because Ananda is being enjoyed, but being full, it is called Anandamaya. Now, what mouth we require? 19? No. But when we are enjoying bliss, then we require a mouth. Cheto mukha. What you will say? I consciousness. Itself is the mouth to enjoy that bliss. Non-specified I. I am a brahmachari. I am a sannyasi. I am a man or woman, doctor, engineer, cannot go to that deep sleep. Unspecified I. In daily deep sleep also we are enjoying that. Now this has another meaning. Cheto mukha. That means his tendency is to come away again in the dream or waking state. Cheta means consciousness of dream or waking, that we call consciousness. So that is its mouth, means its face is towards that Cheta. So the Cheta Mukha are two meanings. That I consciousness is the only Mukha by which you are enjoying that bliss. And its tendency, suppose you do not go further up, then it will come down again to the dream or waking state. So this is like a warning also that we have not reached the reality. Now in the deep sleep, we cannot remain for a longer time. We have to wake up. Because the Vishay Bodha, subject-objectness of our consciousness is not gone. There also it is not gone. So we'll have to come back. Now its name is Prajna. Prajna is normally the name of the individual in deep sleep. But here, because we have gone through that Vaishvanara, so the Prajna is equivalent to Ishvara. Ishvara, whatever our concept of God is, personal, is that he is the creator, preserver, destroyer of everything. He is Sarvajna, Sarvashaktiman. So, that is called Prajna because it is Hiranyagarbha's Prajna. We have already become cosmic, and the innermost state of that cosmic is Ishvara. And remember, it is the third step, not yet the goal. Because this is similar to goal in one way, to the extent that one of our Swamis, Kerala Swamis, Ishwarananda, he had written a book that Sushupti is Samadhi. So confusion is because similar. We are not seeing the world, but we are not feeling the reality. No trouble, no dream, no desires functioning. Desires are not functioning. Desires are not gone there. Something which Thakur explains as the pigeon. Pigeon swallows the matter, seeds, and it does not go to the stomach immediately. He keeps it near his throat. We will feel there is nothing, but Thakur says, touch from outside, you will understand the air there. So it is what the Patanjali and others call it Sabija. And that is why we are told Tritiya Pada, but very similar to, but far different from realization. When we understand realization, then we will understand the difference. And one difference is already told, Cheto Mukha. If we do not proceed, it is enjoyment, first of all. And secondly, if we do not proceed further, we will come back to the dream or the waking state. So this we read as much as we could understand without the bhashya. Because it was easier to understand. Now when you go to bhashya, Shankara has taken us very deep there. But we understood by our way, then only we appreciate that depth. So we come to the bhashya now. Darshana adarshana vrutyoho tattva aprabodha lakshanasya swapasya tulyatvat. That means swapiti yatra supto. No, he says supto does not mean ordinary sleep. Supta means that we have not realized God, that is sleep. So long as we have not realized our real nature, we are sleeping. And this sleeping, cosmic, has two states. Darshana vritti. That means we see something in the mental wave. Now here I am differing from Nikhilanji's translation. He says, waking state is perception and dream state is non-perception. Both are perceptions. So what is non-perception? Sleep. In sleep we are not seeing anything. So darshana vritti and adarshana vritti. Darshana vritti, if non-realization is called sleep, then both waking and dream state are darshana vritti. And adarshana vritti means sushupti. So to understand this state separately, he is telling that in both the darshana vrittis and adarshana vritti, in waking and dream club and deep sleep, this sushupti, we are not aware of the reality, so that sleep is common. Tattva aprabodha lakshanasya swapasya tulyatvat. Sushupti grahanartham, but we have to be pointed out the specific state of sushupti. Therefore, yatra supta ityadi visheshanam. So in the beginning we are told he is not seeing dream, he is not projecting. That is told specifically to separate it we thought from the dream. he says to separate it from both waking and dream state. We want to take Sushupti only as separate from these. So this clause is there describing that state, that there are no projections, there are no desires. Okay? Athava. Another meaning he finds there. Shankar's commentary is taking us very, very deep. And that's why first we understood by our own method. Trishu api sthaneshu. Some people think that because Trishu api sthaneshu mentioned, so that was no. In all the three states, tattva apratibodha lakshana swapavishishta. That he has repeated. That in all the three states, the sleep consisting of not knowing the reality is common. Iti purvabhyam sushuptam vibhajate. That is according to Nikhilanji's notes. Sushupti and sushupta. That is the difference. That state is differentiated from the all other states. That man in that step is differentiated from the man in the other two steps. That is how it is. Okay? Sushuptam means the person. Now the person is same. But because the state is totally different, that person of that state has been differentiated from the person of the previous two steps. That is athava. So he makes it very clear that the tattva pratibodha lakshana nidra is always there, but this difference that there is no dream or no desires. So sushupti is separated and the sushupta is separated. Okay? Now we see the word meaning. Yatra yasmin sthane kaleva. He has made two. Sthane means in that state. Sthan. Sushupta sthana jagrasthan. Kale. Kale means at that psychological time. Same person. When he is such that is called Sushupta. Like the same Sushupti and Sushupta, yatra sthane in that state, or that very man in that state. Sthane kaleva. Supto. He is sleeping because he is not yet aware of the reality. Na kanchana swapnam pashyati. Shankara has taken the second thing first. In the text we have na kanchana kamam kamayate na kanchana swapnam pashyati. Shankara takes na kanchana swapnam pashyati na kanchana kamam kamayate. So he does not see anything. That is the first he has told. And so there are no desires. You see the connection. If the subject sees some objects, it will have desire. See the psychology of Shankara Bhashya. So the text had told no desires, no projection. He says no projection, no objects, so no desires. Na kanchana kamam kamayate. Now he explains still further, differentiating from the other two states. ये बंद हो गया क्या? नहीं, उससे नहीं, मैं तुमको दूसरी बात बोल रहे थे कि सामने आवाज नहीं जा रही है. गलत समझ गए तुम. कैसे आवाज नहीं रुकती, अब आ रही आवाज, पानी पीना था। नहीं सुषुप्ते पूर्वयोर इव, in sushupti, like the previous two states, it is not there. Anyatha grahana lakshanam, seeing something else. Swapna darshanam. In both the state we are seeing dreams. Waking state we are seeing something, so it is a dream. Because in reality there are no differences. So Shankar is raising our mind in this commentary like anything. Na swapna darshanam. What is swapna? Anyatha grahana lakshanam. So we say Maya has two powers, Avaranya and Vikshepa. So that Vikshepa is not functioning. We are not seeing the reality, but first he describes that Vikshepa is not there, like the previous two states. Cosmic. But in cosmic, Vikshepa was there, because the 19 mouths and Saptangas and all that. That is not there. Kamo va kaschana vidyate. And so, how the desires will be there? If there is nothing, so desires depend upon the subject seeing objects. So they are not there. Tadetat sushuptam. So that is this sushupti. Now, is there a full stop in your book after this? Not, no. Funny thing, because it is Shankar's Bhashya, every term he explains and connection he explains. So this is the end of a sentence, all right. But it is connected with the next sentence. Sthanam asya iti. That sushuptam is the sthanam asya iti. That very sushuptam. Sushupta sthana. So the word sushupta sthana is now explained. It is a Bahuriya Samas. That type of sushupta is its sphere. Sthana dvaya pravibhaktam manaspanditam dvaita jatam tatha rupa aparityagena avivekapannam naishatamo grastam iva aha saprapancham ekibhutam iti uchyate. So he is explaining the term now ekibhuta. Again comparing with the normal deep sleep. In the two sthanas, mind was vibrating. And the vibration of the mind was making the appearance of duality. Because in reality there is no duality. And mind has the nature of making duality. And the duality means subject and object duality. We explained that. In ordinary dream we see mango, and that mango we take as object, and I who eat the mango we take as subject. So that is the quality of the mind. So when the mind vibrates, we feel like that. Dvaita jatam, tatha rupa aparityagena, this is important. Tatha rupa means dvaita. Tatha rupa means subject-object division is not yet gone. Only spandanas are not there. So it is like samadhi, na? No chitta spandan. Patanjali says chitta spandan is not seeing Swarupa. No. You are not seeing anything. Avivekapannam. Avivek is not the real unreal Vivek. We do not find differences. That is avivekapannam. Example, naishatamo grastam iva. Like in the night darkness, we do not see the different objects. we see only one mass of darkness, like that. Like that. There we are not seeing the differences, but our mind has not yet lost the subject-object nature, though it is not functioning. Mind is not functioning, but mind is there. And it has not lost its nature of subject-object functioning. Ekibhuta. Saprapancham ekibhutam iti uchyate. All the manifold is there, but it is called one. The hint there also is that when we say one, we mean many. Many have become one. When you have to describe the reality, we call it Advaita, Abhinna, not one. So if you call it one, that means it has not left the manifoldness, it has not left the subject-objectness, but like the darkness of the night, we are not seeing the reality, and so it is one. In different terms, Prakshepa Shakti, Vikshepa Shakti is not functioning, but the Avarani Shakti is still there. Saprapancham ekibhutam iti uchyate. Manifold, along with the manifold, it has become one. So, ekibhutam term is explained like this. Ataeva, therefore, connected. Ataeva, swapna jagran manaspandanani prajnanani ghanibhutani iva sa iyam avastha aviveka rupatvat prajnana ghana uchyate. So in the waking and dream state, the prajnana was along with the manaspandana. So broken. Prajnanani, plural it had become. Ghanibhutani. No, because mind is not vibrating, it has become like one. Congealed, mass, lump. Sa yam avastha viveka rupatvat. That avastha, because aviveka is there, non-distinguishing of the objects are there, prajnana ghana uchyate. So it is called prajnana ghana. Consciousness not separated like waking and dream, not yet aware of the reality. Prajnana become congealed, that is called prajnana ghana. Again the example, yatha ratro naishena tamasa avibhajyamanam sarvam ghanamiva tadvat prajnana ghana eva. Now eva explains, eva. That in the night, the darkness has left everything undivided, as if mass of darkness we are seeing. So, like that, so prajnana ghana eva, nothing else. Eva shabdat na jatyantaram prajnana vetirekena asti ityartha. So this eva tells us that other than that prajnana ghana, there is nothing else. Eva. Huh? Prajnana is consciousness. So consciousness is undivided. And there is nothing other than that consciousness. Prajnana ghana means consciousness undivided, and eva means nothing other than that. No forms are there. No names, forms, manifold is not there. So only prajnana ghana. Vaishprajna, Antaprajna required something else, that is not there. Actually, in Vedanta, whether there are objects or not itself is doubted. Mind is functioning, so we are seeing objects. Indriyas are functioning, so we are seeing gross objects. No, nothing of this being there, only consciousness. Clear now? Manaso, Vishaya, Vishayi, Akara, Spandana. Now, the next word, Anandamaya. Manaso, Vishay Vishay Akara Spandana Ayasa Dukkha Abhavat. Anandamaya Ananda Prayo Na Ananda Eva. Mind, when it is split in subject and object, then it vibrates. In the absence of that, there is no ayasa, no effort. For the mind to vibrate, there is that effort. So mind is not vibrating, so there is no effort. And so, full of bliss. Shankar is hinting here, just as I told, that this effort is a dukkha. So in waking and dream state, we are making effort. Example, simple. If you are eating a rasgulla, you have to chew it, na? Chewing is a problem, na? So that is not here. When you are playing cricket, enjoying, great effort is there. Terrible effort is there. So all our joys consist of effort, and effort is always a pain. You know, these cricketers, after the match is over, masseur will come and massage their body, and so many things are to be done to bring them to normal state. And we call it bliss, we call it happiness. The spectators have the effort to see and shout sometimes. So, that dukkha, ayasa dukkha abhavat, because the dukkha of the ayasa is not there, so anandamaya. Ananda prayo, almost ananda, but then he said na ananda eva. It is not bliss, it is the enjoyment of bliss. Why? Anatyantikatvat. That means you'll have to come back, and there also it is not absolute. Atyantika means absolute. Filled with bliss, but not absolute. Yatha loke. So he gives worldly example to understand. In world, have you seen the anayasa ananda? Shankar is giving two examples. Yatha loke nirayasa sthita sukhi ananda bhukuchyate. In the world, if somebody is living without any effort, then we say he is enjoying. Sukhi. Atyanta anayasa rupa iyam sthiti. Absolutely effortless is the state. Anena anubhuyate iti ananda bhuk. Anandamaya explained. No, ananda bhuk. That effortless bliss he is enjoying. Yesho asya parama ananda. Oh, here that is not given up. In other places, like a child, you see a child suddenly laughs sometimes without any ayasa. Or the other example is a great emperor. He has no effort, but he has natural happiness. They are the worldly examples. Yesho asya parama ananda iti shrutein brudarane. Deep sleep is described as that is his supreme bliss. Now, chetomukha. Swapnadi pratibodha cheta prati dvari bhutatva chetomukha. You see from there, Brahman. It has come down. Now it will further come down in the waking or dream state. So that is the chetomukha. Cheta means sapna or jagruti consciousness. Normally we say, no, he is conscious, that conscious. So the face is towards that. Bodha lakshanam vacheto or the other meaning. That I am conscious, this itself is the mukha to enjoy that ananda. Dvaram mukham asya. Swapnadi agamanam prati iti cheto mukha. So again it will come down. Enjoyment, mouth is that, and that itself will bring us down. If we enjoy, we will bring down. If we transcend that joy and go up, then we will go up. If we enjoy there, we will come down. That enjoyment itself will make us down. Now, Prajna is the name. Prajna means special knower. What is special knower? Bhuta bhavishyat jnatrutvam sarva vishaya jnatrutvam asya eva iti prajna. He knows past, present, future, he knows everything. But in Samadhi, how he knows? He has gone through the cosmic gross and cosmic subtle. So he has known all the gross objects, cosmic. He has known all the subtle objects, cosmic. And through them he has gone. So he is the all-knower. Sushupto api bhuta purva gatya pragya uchyate. So now though he is sleeping, but because he has already experienced everything, he is called prajna. One meaning. Athava, another meaning. Prajnapti matram asya eva asadharan rupam iti prajna. That knowledge, absolute abstracted knowledge, no subject or object, that being its nature, also it is called prajna. Itarayor vishishtam vijnanam asti. In waking and dream state, they have knowledge of other things also. Because he has knowledge of all things, he is prajna. Or he has no knowledge of all things, now he is only prajna, is only knowledge. Soyam prajna, that this prajna is tritiya pada, third step. Okay? Shankara has deeply and clearly, analytically explained every word. Now we understood this prajna as prone to come down. Now we look at this very prajna from the other side. Just now, as I told, from there it has come. So, the glory of the prajna is not yet described, na? Joy is described. And through the word prajna, something was described. But this third step is a glorious step. And that is why we are liable to forget the fourth step. So, we go to sixth mantra. Esha Sarveshwaraha. Esha Sarvajnaha. Esha Antaryami. Esha repeated every time. Esha Yoni Sarvasya. Prabhavapayo hi bhutanam. He is because. Now, Esha means what? If you look at the real nature, if you look at it from the Brahma side, in its real nature, he is the God of all. The sadhak is not God of all. But the sadhak state is such that if you look at that state from the reality point of view, this is Ishvara. It is not Brahman Nirgun, it is Sagun Brahman. So it is Ishvara. Clear? Esha Sarvagya, which through the commentary Shankara told prajna, but here he says he knows everything. So whatever we associate with Ishvara, he has reached that state. He is not Ishvara. Because Ishvara himself is nothing but the form of Brahman. This distinction we should clarify. A man reaching that state and the nature of that state. By real nature, that is Ishvara. Ishvara is never different from Brahman. But this man has not yet reached Brahman. This has reached the Ishvara form of Brahman. Okay? It has not yet reached Nirguna Brahma. But this very thing is Sarveshvara, God of all, without exception. Not a Devata, God of all. Esha Sarvajna. And what is the thing which he does not know? He is the God of all. He is all. He is Chetan. He knows everything. Or as Shankar said, he has gone through the cosmic knowledge of gross and subtle. He knows everything. Esha Antaryami. So normally whatever we think of God, God is indwelling reality. So is the indwelling reality. He knows everything not from outside but from inside. So this is something like Hiranyagarbha, but not Hiranyagarbha. The point is that he knows everything from inside. Ishvara. Yoni Sarvasya. And it is the birthplace of all. Source of all. From there only Hiranyagarbha will come and this will come and individuals will come out. Then he, because he is Prabhava Peyohi Bhutanam, he is both the Utpatti Sthan and the Laya Sthan. So he is called the source of Utpatti, because after Laya everybody will go back to him only. So from there only they will come. So this is the high state of this state, higher nature of this state. So this state has required two mantras. That glory is not there in the waking or dream state. He has his own desires and all that. Commentary. Eshahi Swarupa Avastha. By this one word, Shankar explains. In his real nature, he is this. He is not that. But if you look at from the real nature point of view, it is this which he has reached. Sarveshvara Sadhi Daivikasya Bheda Jatasya Sarvasya Ishita. That means cosmic, individual, outside nature, everybody's ruler he is. Veda Jatasya, whatever are there. Naitasmat Jatyantara Bhuto Annesham Iva. So what type of God he is? Not like others who think God is an extra cosmic God. Jatyantara Bhuto. That means some people distinguish Ishvara in Brahman. Not like that. Some people think Ishvara is different from us and the world. Not like that. He by his own nature is the birthplace of all, so is the Lord of all. You see in our Puranas, sometimes Brahma creates, Vishnu preserves, Shiva destroys. But Brahma itself protects. Brahma Devanam Pratama. Vishnu itself is described as all the three. Shiva itself is described as all the three. So, because he is the both destroyer and creator, so he is the Ishvara. Shvatashvatar Upanishad has told that other than him, there is nobody qualified to rule the world eternally. One who is transcendent, immanent reality of the world can only be the ruler, no extra cosmic God. Pranabandhanam hi somya mana iti shrute. Mind is held by prana. Prana here is Ishvara. Ayamai sarvasya sarva vedavasto gyata iti esha sarvajna. So all the objects, all the states of all the objects he knows. So he is sarvajna. Esho antaryami antara anupravishya sarvesham bhutanam niyanta piyesha. Hey, there was a description that he has entered all. So having entered all, he controls everybody. Not like an outside ruler. Ata eva yathoktam sabedam jagat prasuyate iti eshayo. So he creates everything. So he is yoni. Yata evam prabhavasya apyasya prabhapevi bhutanam eshayo. Because he is like that, so he is the creator, destroyer, everything. So, shall we take up a karika? At this point, we had understood the three states. But Govt feel this is enough to indicate the fourth thing, the reality. So he has made some karikas here. You see in the Hindi book, Atra ete shloka bhavanti has been typed in very small letters. It is actually Gautapada's sentence. Shloka, shloka, shloka will follow, but this is the introductory line. Because that is commented by Shankar. Shankar says, Gautapad says, here, at this point, these are the shlokas. That means he is trying to explain something to us. Shankar says, Atra means etasmin yathokte arthe. Atra means explaining the meaning of whatever has been told. Ete shloka bhavanti. One karika will read. Vaishpradnyo vibhur vishwo ahi antapradnyastu tajyasa ghana pradnyas tatha pradnya eka eva trida smrita. What is the point he has added? They are not three. One only is there. The same sadhaka has undergone three states. So one itself is called by three names. That means that he is neither of the three. If one only has undergone these three states, it means that he is separate from them. He is separate from all the three states. Because one state gets destroyed, pravilapa. Second step gets destroyed in third. Third will not remain, it will come back. But all this is one. So that one has to be in all the three states, but different from them. We'll read next page again. Om Bhadram Karne Vishnuyama Deva Bhadram Pashe Makshabhir Yajatra Sirai Rangai Stushtu Ansas Tanuvi Vashema Deva Hitam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vruddhashrava Swastina Pusha Vishwaveda Swastina Starksho Rishtanemi Swastino Brahaspatir Dadatu Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.